I'm Gabe, this is Jonathan, and this is Jesse. We're going to see Hit and Run.
I can't believe this thing's never failed us once. It always sounds like it's going to. Spoke too soon. I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready to see some naked 70-year-olds.
Is that in the Red Band trailer?
Yes, it definitely
I
is.
haven't seen the Red Band. I like Dax Shepard. I absolutely loved him in Idiocracy.
I still haven't seen Idiocracy.
Really?
Yeah, everybody keeps talking about it, and I really want to watch it.
Wow. And Bradley Cooper is just awesome.
Oh, yeah, ever since I saw him in Wedding Crashers, that guy cracks me up every time.
And Limitless is what I like. Well, I like him in.
Yeah?
I can probably watch that one at least once a month just because it's such a great movie.
I like the concept there, and I like Bradley Cooper a lot,
Right.
but I kind of felt like the whole logic of the story didn't work real well.
Really?
So it kind of ruined it for me. I don't consider that a poor reflection on Bradley Cooper
No.
as much as I do on the writers. But yeah, Bradley Cooper's solid. I mean, I've just liked him in everything I've seen him in, from the A-Team to, I mean, obviously the Hangover movies.
Hated the second one.
Well, I haven't
Yeah.
seen the second one. I loved him in the first one, though. I loved
Yeah.
everything about the first one.
Yeah, it was great. The second one is the same movie. I actually really like Kristen Bell, too.
Really?
Yeah, I love Forgetting Sarah Marshall, and she was in the musical remake of Reefer Madness, which I love.
I've not seen either of those, so I cannot comment.
Yeah, she's really funny.
I really don't have any frame of reference for her at all that I can think of. I think she might have been in Assassin's Creed 2, but I could be wrong. They could have just modeled the character to look a lot like her. I don't know.
Yeah.
Could have been anybody.
Yeah, she's really funny. Forgetting Sarah Marshall, man, that's definitely worth watching.
Okay, well, I'll take that under advisement. It's not the first time you brought that up to me.
Oh, yeah. And I like Dax Shepard. Ever since I saw Without a Paddle, I've liked him. And I think he started out on Punk'd, actually. I think he was one of Ashton Kutcher's actors.
Yeah, he was on that, wasn't he?
I saw an episode a while back with him on there.
Tom Arnold is
Tom
a
Arnold
guy
in this movie?
who I've been kind of hoping does another kind of goofy role. Like, I really enjoyed him in True Lies. Now, this is going way back. But you have to take into consideration I was like 15 when I last saw it. So, could be a complete misconception on my part due to age. But I remember really enjoying his character. Now, not as much as I enjoyed Bill Paxton in True Lies. But how are you going to love someone more than Bill Paxton?
Yeah.
But I have been waiting for Tom Arnold to do something that I could get excited about again.
Yeah, I grew up watching The Stupids.
Oh,
Everybody
God.
hates that movie, but I love that movie just because I watched it when I was a kid, like, billions of times.
Wow, the Stupids. I never thought I would hear someone bring that one up as a, this is why I'm excited to see this movie, because of the Stupids.
Oh, yeah. Don't hate on The Stupids, man. That's a good movie.
You know, I think you just shot all credibility you may have built up over the past 5 or 6 reviews.
That's my perfect 10, too. Just so you know.
Oh, everybody's got a right to their opinion, I
I
guess.
don't feel so bad now. People will on that.
Do either of you guys know who directed this?
David Palmer and Dax Shepard.
Dax Shepard co-directed it.
It looks like it.
This will be interesting to watch then with that knowledge, because I'm still developing my feelings for Dax Shepard. He's irritating, but at the same time I like him. It's very strange the way I feel about him. I mean,
I know what you mean.
I thought he was fantastic in Idiocracy, but it was because he was really irritating. I'm still really on the fence about him. I mean, I will say I like him, but he could be one of those guys who I just love, and I don't know it yet.
I kind of have the same thing. He's done a lot of misses, like Zathura.
I did not dislike Zathura. I actually liked it. I thought it was a good kids movie.
Yeah, I thought it was alright.
I can sit down and watch it with my kids and have a good time watching it. It's not boring.
I thought it was okay.
Supposedly he's the screenwriter too.
For Hit and Run?
Yeah.
So this is really a Dax Shepard project. That'll be interesting to check out how he does on that front. I'm very curious now. I'm actually getting more and more happy that we picked this one this week.
Yeah, me too.
I'm always leery though of actors becoming directors and screenwriters and their first one out. You know, always seems to be kind of a first pancake, as it were.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
could see the risk there for sure.
Yeah.
There have been a lot of good ones, and there have been bad ones too. You know, it's really hit and miss. And I would never judge somebody based on their first work, but I don't know that this is his first work. I think he may have had some more indie projects before this.
He's been around a while. It seems like he'd know what he was doing by now. You know, he's watched enough directors do their thing.
I'm excited. I don't know how you guys.
No, I am. I'm excited to see this one.
I think it looks really funny, actually. The more I saw the trailers, the more I wanted to see this movie.
And I think between Dax and Bradley working together as actors,
From what's in the trailer, they have a really good chemistry together.
Yeah.
They do back and forth real well. Okay, well, it's time for some Q&A with the audience here. You leave questions in the comments, and we're going to try to answer them here on camera. So this week, Sheena Tullis wrote, could you give some examples of films not currently in theaters that you would rate as a 10? This is a question that I am going to really have to keep myself toned down on this one because I could go on and on and on and on about this. So I'm going to let you guys go first.
okay, do we go by genre? Do we go just by the movie we like the most?
It doesn't have to be your favorite perfect 10. It can
Right.
be any perfect 10 that you want to pick. But anything that you would give a perfect 10 if we reviewed it today, if we were going to see it today.
You know, and that would have to be something like epic, like Avatar.
Well, you see, we came very, very close, like within a hair's breadth of giving Expendables 2 a perfect 10. And if you break Expendables 2 down, it's not without its flaws. I don't consider it to be something that's without flaw, as much as I consider it to be something that is perfect in its scope and embraces its flaws to the point where you don't notice those flaws.
Yeah, right.
They cease to become flaws and become beauty marks, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So I'm gonna say Avatar for myself.
You're going to say Avatar?
Yeah.
Okay.
The CGI was off the hook. And also, I like the background of how movies are made. And I guess from what I understand, I could be wrong, but it took years with all the CGI and all the directing and everything else. It took years to get that movie done. And I like that. I like it when something takes that long and it is that good. It's just epic. Everything about the movie is epic. And so I just love it.
You can tell when filmmakers are passionate about
Yeah,
the movie.
exactly.
This is good because this is going to give people, I think, a better idea of how to identify with how we rate our movies,
Right,
too.
yeah.
So, Jonathan, how about you?
Well, I've been thinking about this a bunch. I had like 5 movies lined up, but I think I'm going to go with Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Charlie Kaufman is usually spot on, and one thing that's really important for me in movies is dialogue. It's really important for me that it feels real, and Charlie Kaufman is one of those people who just nails it every time. His ability to storytell is mind-blowing. To take something completely normal, feelings of love or sympathy, and put this huge, bizarre spin in the middle of it all, and make it so interesting and crazy. Eternal Sunshine's definitely a 10 for me.
And I am going to go with my favorite movie of all time. I could not give you a number 2, 3, or 4, but this movie has been at the top of my list ever since I first saw it, Pulp Fiction. And the reason that I consider it to be a perfect 10, its scope is absolutely flawless. It was based on the old Pulp Fiction magazines, and if you look at the way that it's constructed, it is flawless in attempting to recreate that. Not to mention, fantastic performances, unbelievably good writing. Everything about it is just perfect. I can't think of anything that I could say is a flaw in this movie because everything works. So, thank you for the questions. We really appreciate them. If you leave questions, we're going to try to answer them. Click the annotations bar down below to go to our channel. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Blogspot. And we'll see you on Wednesday with our review of Hit and Run.